Hey there, this is Martin from AM Ninjas and back again with another live stream of our affiliate niche website. So thank you for joining me. If you're watching the recording, then hope you enjoy the video. Today I'm basically going to go through, continue going through the keyword research that we started last week. Have a look at the competitor research, potentially do a little bit more of that. And then also look at starting to create kind of like a content plan that we can then use to basically get an idea of what content we're going to write and get that added to the website. So if you are joining live in the chat room, a bit of an unscheduled live stream, hopefully I'm going to start trying to do these on a Monday and a Wednesday at this time, hopefully just to get it a bit more on a regular basis and a regular schedule. And it's a great opportunity to watch over me as I do an affiliate website, as I just build that out. And you'll literally see everything that I'm doing with that affiliate website. But it's also a great opportunity to join in the chat, get to know, like-minded people, ask me any questions, get answers about your own affiliate campaigns. I'm more than happy to help where possible. So yeah, let's get started. If you're watching the recording and obviously you want to be notified when I do these videos, then don't forget to hit the subscribe button. So then you'll be notified, especially if you hit that bell, and also hopefully like it so that the YouTube, Twitch and Facebook gods keep showing this content. So let's get started. So here is the keyword research that I started previously, getting quite a decent list there of targeted keywords around the niche, which is guinea pigs. Topic ideas I've got from these keywords. So this is basically going to hopefully build out the structure of the website. So we're going to have your guinea pigs 101, so where to go to learn more about them. We're going to have some on the breeds, the diet, and then the buyer's guide. And this will all potentially change as well as we do more and more keyword research, and we also see what competitors are doing as well. So we have our keyword research there that we started, like I said, and we've also started with a little bit of competitor research as well. And it's really simple. It's just the URL, the domain authority, what organic traffic they're getting at the point of doing this, the backlinks, the referring domains, and then their top 3 pages, which will then also feed into the content plan and the keyword research. So I'm just going to continue doing a bit more of the keyword research. Like I say, if you're in the chat, feel free to ask any questions. I'm more than happy to answer anything when it comes to building affiliate websites and making money through affiliate marketing. So I'm going to continue using a mixture of 2 tools. So I'll use Ahrefs for getting more detailed information, but then we'll also use Keywords Everywhere to actually find new keywords. So let's just log into here, Keyword Explorer, and let's have a look. So that's a 0 and 16,000. So now I need to go to Google, and this is where we're going to use Keywords Everywhere as well. So I'm going to have a look at, let's have a look at can't even spell. There we go, can guinea pigs. So we've obviously got our main keyword here like I had before, and then we have our related keywords here, and then we have our people also search, trending and long tail keywords. So what we're going to do is basically just go through these again like previously. And what I want to do is just freeze this row And then I just want to do this so it's in alphabetical range, like so. And then that way I can just look at the food ones just to make sure I'm not putting any duplicates in there. So I think I've covered most of those, to be honest, but let's just check. So like eat apples, eat grapes, bananas. What fruit can they eat? I think I've got that one as well. Yeah, I think I've got most of these, to be honest with you. What can they eat daily? We don't have that one, so we'll grab that and we'll pop that in there. And then we'll also get can they eat grass? Because I'm pretty sure I don't have that one. Let's double check. It don't matter if I do get any duplicates because I can just remove those anyway. So that's not a major problem. And the reason, to be honest, there's several ways in which people tend to do keyword research. They can literally just export a whole list of keywords and then manually go through them and create a content plan, which works perfectly well. I tend to go through them more manually and just go through each one at a time. And it kind of speeds up the process because it combines doing the content planning along with the keyword research. So you're kind of doing, you're kind of killing two birds with one stone kind of thing. And that's why I tend to like to go through it manually like this. Can guinea pigs get COVID? I'm not going to bother with that one. I'm trying to stay away from any medical COVID-y kind of terms. And it's going to be kind of short lasted anyway. Once the world gets past COVID, then that's going to be less important. The keyword's not going to get as much. Let's just get these ones. So we'll get this. Might already have this, but it doesn't matter, like I said. So we'll paste that in there. And then we will get the broccoli. Oops, keep the formatting going. Need to fix the formatting on it, to be honest. And then we will get this one, and then finally, this one, like so. And then we're going to go and look for some more. So can guinea pigs eat apples and rabbits live together? That's potentially not a bad one. Can guinea pigs and rats live together? Can they get cats, chickens? So that's potentially a good series of keywords there as well. So I've just put can guinea pigs and then hopefully it will come up with what do guinea pigs need. That's potentially a decent one, so we'll pop that in there. Excuse me. And then we will, okay, here they are. So can guinea pigs and rabbits live together? So we'll pop that in there, like so. And then we'll get this one. And that's good. Pop that one in there as well. And then we'll get that one. And then we'll get the dog one as well. And I think that covers all bases then. So pop that in there. Like so. And then, dogs one. Forgetting already. Dogs, there we go. And we'll paste that in there. And then we can change this to be sick, be kept outside, be litter trained. So they're potentially good content ideas as well. So we'll bosh that in there. We will be litter trained. And these are all relatively low search volume, but not bad difficulty either. So yeah, not too bad. So can they be? And then we'll have a look. Kept indoors alone, be alone. Yeah, we'll go for that one. And we'll paste that in there. And then we'll go have a look at some more. Can they climb? So it's all, you know, time consuming stuff, but it's you know, good essential things to be doing. Close their eyes, that was quite good. Can they close them? So you also have the do guinea pigs blink, which is quite related. So we'll copy that one instead, I think. And then we've got some other ones as well down here, so we'll paste them in there. So when it came to picking this niche, for anyone that's watching that doesn't know, let's go for these ones. These are good. I typically have worked a lot in the health and fitness niche. You know, working for more niche means that's kind of what I've been involved in for 13, 14 years. So I kind of wanted to do a site that was completely unrelated for starters, just because of, you know, conflict of interest of doing an affiliate site in the network that I work in. I don't think it's the best thing to do. And also, to be honest, I've been building quite a few of these niche sites for a while, and they're quite good fun. And my 5-year-old son wants guinea pigs, so what better way to do research than create an affiliate site around them? And they actually look like, you know, quite a good niche. There's lots of niches out there that have got a real good amount of potential. I mean, to be honest, even some of the really competitive niches like health and fitness, massively competitive. But I do personally still think it's one of the best niches to get into, just because, you know, commissions are high, and also there's still a lot of opportunity to, you know, get a decent amount of traffic to those competitive niches. There's a lot of little sub niches to target that can do really well. So I think this is doing pretty well now. I've just copied a load of keywords that will be good for the, that's all blimmin' going like that now. But yeah, these ones will be good for the guinea pigs 101 section. I think the majority of these. So what I'm going to do with this now is to put into Hrefs and get the keyword data. Now, obviously, you can use keywords everywhere for this to get the search volume and the difficulty, and you can also use the free keyword research tool from Ahrefs, and that will still give you the keyword difficulty and the search volume. The only reason I'm using the paid version is because that's what I've done with the previous values. So I just want to make sure it stays, you know, accurate. Let's grab a drink. Right, back at it. So copy, paste. What we're on 1.51. It's just interesting what kind of subtopics this can bring out as well. So that's pretty decent. 6.6K. And it's really interesting, all these different little, micro niches, as people call them. There's so much potential. You could create an entire pet site, and it could be massively competitive and take a long time to really get going. Whereas with focusing on, say, an individual pet, or an individual type of supplement, or a specific hobby, you can target your content so much easier, the relevance of the site, so it just helps with the whole ranking and showing the authority. Okay, I've got a couple of sites in the pet niche. I've got a fish one, an aquarium one, which, to be honest, I've not really put that much effort in for quite a while. I've got a couple of food focused ones which are not too bad. They're doing okay, but again, I've not put too much time into those. I think that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm doing this stream. Hopefully it helps people see my way of the way I do things, and hopefully that helps people getting started, or just help see it a different way. But it's also to try and help give me the drive to actually do more on the site. I don't really do enough and spend enough time focusing on a specific site. So hopefully this will really help with my focus and stop me from suffering from shiny object syndrome, because I do suffer from that quite a lot, too much, like so many people. So right now I'm literally just getting the keyword difficulty and the search volume. Thank you. So I see we've got some people in the chat, which is great to see. I'm using Restream at the moment, so I believe in order to get your name showing, there's a specific URL that you go to kind of allow your name to show. I can't remember what that is. I'll put it in the comments at the end. I'll do a search and find it out. But yeah, it's definitely a good idea. Definitely helps with accountability. So hopefully it will. So 5, and I can't remember what that was, 300. There we go. So we're kind of already doing a combination of keyword research and content planning as well. So kind of got a mixture of it all going on. It just, like I say, speeds up the process a little bit. That's a good one. 24K. And hopefully the quality of the stream's good. Testing new setup and whatnot, so yeah, hopefully it's looking good and sounding okay. Got a new mic. As soon as this office is finished, I can finally get properly set up and have the mic dangling down, so I'm not bashing against it and whatnot, and it's not in my way. But yeah, hopefully quality wise we're looking good. To 800. It's interesting, some of the keywords you come across. I mean, like I say, I'm doing research for potentially getting guinea pigs for my son, but I don't know if I would ever Google whether or not guinea pigs fart. But apparently, looking at this, at least 800 people a month potentially search for whether or not they do fart. So, yeah, random. I don't know if that's so that people can blame the guinea pigs like they do with the dogs. I don't know, but very, very random. So yeah, we're looking good there. I think that's looking pretty decent. Let's organize this now. I think we'll start doing some. What's that? That's 79 keywords. I think that's a good start. I won't mind getting some guinea pig breeds. Here we go. So we've got some guinea pig breeds. So that's what we want. So let's just go. Let's just go there and copy a list out. If they've got a nice list, I'm going to do in that horrible gallery view. Hate it. Is that right? There we go. So let's pop these in as well, because these are good to target breeds. I hate it when sites do these galleries like this. It's so irritating. Let's copy that. Oops. Move the formatting. Copy these across. Never knew there were so many different breeds of guinea pigs. The things you learn. Let's copy all of these, and then we can get the search volume of them, and then that's definitely going to be it for the keyword research for the time being. I think we've got quite a lot of keywords going on there. Oh, they look cute. A Shiba guinea pig. And silky. And then, oh, not too sure about that one. definitely don't think I'll be having any of those ones. I'll tell you one so cute. I've seen a few of the furless cats, and yeah, not my bag. That one was quite fluffy. There we go. So that must be all of them now. So let's put that in there, and then we will do the keyword. Okay, so we need to update the keyword to not have the hyphen in it. Okay, so 3 and 1.8. Start up here so I don't get confused myself. 10 and 16. So not massively competitive terms, which is good. But I suppose, got to go against some of these big pet sites, so we'll see. Okay. 5, 7.2. Zero 800. So this works really well with other pet sites as well. So if you've got a dog pet site, you've got the breeds of dogs, you've got breeds of cats. Oops, camera's gone. And are we back? There we're back. Yeah, breeds of dogs, breeds of cats. I suppose breeds of animal really. Even chickens. If you've got a website on chicken coops, then I'm sure there's lots of different types of chickens that you could write content on. I suppose it's like I say, any animal type. There's a whole massive range of different types of fish, freshwater fish, saltwater fish, and then all the different types of fish within each one of those. There's loads. So there's so much potential. And that's why, as well as potentially, you could niche down even more. So, if you had a cat site, or you wanted to create a site around cats, then you could actually focus on one specific breed. It could be like a ragdoll cat breed site, which then has, all the different individual articles, and then you can expand into other breeds, and it's got a lot of good potential that way if you're wanting to niche down even more. 600. Three. 0.98. Oops, I'm gonna get confused. I'm confusing myself. 13 doesn't take too much. 1.6, especially on a Monday. 4 and 11k. And then finally, last one. And then we're definitely done for now on keyword research. So that's 8 and 6.6. 6.6k. So now we've got a good 95 keywords. The kind of like the OCD part of my brain is telling me to get to 100 to round it off, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stick with that for now. So yeah, that's looking like a pretty decent list. Like I said, we've still got a competitor research here. Can still actually add more competitor research. I'm probably not going to at the moment. I think I'm going to start expanding out this keyword research and just expanding that out to get a little bit more of a competitor, a content plan going. So let's just see this tab, and we'll put that as content plan. And then what we're going to do is literally just copy this, and then we're going to paste it in here. And we're just going to paste values only, get rid of any of the formatting. We'll widen that up a little bit. And then what we're going to do is tidy up a bit. So we're going to bold that. We'll keep the topic ideas, but I'm going to put those up here. So we're going to just put them up there for the time being and remove that column. And then we're going to center align these just so that it looks a little bit easier on the eyes, and that's there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put in topic here. So this is basically going to be the topic of how it's structured roughly on the site. Then we're going to have average word count, and then pop these back over there a bit further away, and then we're going to have comp number 1, 2 and 3. So these are basically going to be who's position 1, 2 and 3 for that keyword. And then we're also going to have a look if there is a featured snippet. Where is the checkbox? That's what we want. And we'll bring all that all the way down here. There we go. And there we go. Right. So yeah. So this is typically what I do for a content plan. Is we've got the main keyword. This one's another one actually. So to the right. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no, we don't. We want to delete that one, and we want it. Well, it doesn't really matter where it goes, but whatever. There we go. So basically, we have the keyword here. We've got the keyword difficulty, the search volume. Then we've got a article title. So rough idea of an article title. Because what we're going to do is you create the article title based on what's currently ranking and what most people are doing already for their titles. Get inspiration from that. We've then got topics, so we're going to be able to structure it as to where we want it topically on the website. And then we're going to have the average word count, so those that are ranking at the top, what is their word count? That way it's just going to allow us to not necessarily stick to it as stone, but it's going to allow us to have a rough idea of how much content we need to write for that particular keyword and that topic, that subject. Then we're going to have a link to competition 1, 2 and 3 version of that article, because we're going to be using that for inspiration when we're actually creating the content, such as like what headings it's got, what information it's got that we can actually do better. And then we've just got a little checkbox of a featured snippet, because it's a really good idea to try and target those featured snippets. That tends to be where I get a lot of my traffic from, is featured snippets. And if you can get a featured snippet, it saves you necessarily having to try and fight to get that position 1 spot. Depending on the featured snippet, because obviously some of them has less clicks than others, because they're getting their answer there and then, which could be the case for a lot of these. But I still try and go for those featured snippets, just because it can potentially be a good way of building a lot of white hat links naturally. So obviously we want links to build the authority of the site. You've got a featured snippet, people that are wanting to link to informational content and reference things like that are more likely to just grab that link from the featured snippet. And a good thing is that some people don't actually look at the website that featured snippet is for, when they're just looking for sourcing content. So that way you can get some potentially really good backlinks just from those featured snippets. So that's a good option. And then I will have a link to a content brief or the actual piece of content. So it depends. And then actually I also have a published one, and then we'll copy these, because sometimes it's hard to keep track of which content you've published and which content you haven't. So I just tick this when I've published it to the site, because there's been a number of times where I've created content and I've already created that content, which is a bit of a nightmare, and just poor planning on my part. Right, so let's just start with, let's do a search actually. Let's just format. We are going to freeze this row like that, and then what we're going to do actually is insert, just save a bit of time, insert, where are we? Don't want to insert, we want to data validation, list of items, and then we're going to list these. I think it's with a comma. Soon find out if not. and save. Yep, cool. And then we can get rid of that as well. And then we can just copy this all the way down. And there we go. And it just saves a little bit of time. We can just literally grab the topic like that. Then what I'm going to do is basically sort this sheet with the high search volume, which is this one, and then we're just going to go through it. So it's very simple. Just literally go to Google, type in the keyword, and then just go through those top positions. Whilst I'm also here, you could actually look at the related keywords and whatnot and just see if anything else jumps out, but I try to keep it focused on this. So we're going to have a look at this one. So we're just basically going to open it up, and open this one up, and we will grab that and put that in there. We're going to grab this URL and we're going to put that one in for number 2, and then we're going to grab this URL and put that into number 3. Where are we? There we are. Confused with all these. Right, and there was no featured snippet, so let's keep that off. And this is going to be a guides. No, sorry, a Guinea Pigs 101 piece of content. And then if we look at the title's got 175, 105, 200, 72, 450. I think we'll go for the 100. Even 75 tends to work quite well. Odd numbers tend to work really well, and not complete, round numbers. So 100. So 75 does work quite well. I wouldn't go to the extreme of over 450, just because it's a lot, and realistically, are people going to want to read through that many names? And this is also a good way where you can then look for related keywords as well. So we've got cute guinea pig names, which has got quite a lot of search volume, and you've also got funny guinea pig names, and that probably is why people put cute and funny. So what we've got, funny, cute. So we'll go for cute first. So I think we'll go. Where are we? So these could obviously be changed, but 75 best cute. Whoops, can't spell. And funny guinea pig names for both boys and girls. Guinea pigs. Might be too long, but we can check that at a later date anyway. So we've got a bit of a title going on there, which is good. And then we want to get the word count. So Google. I tend to just use I can't spell. I tend to just use SEO Surfer for this, and just do a blank audit on a blank URL, so I can get a rough idea of the word count that's needed. But I kind of want to show how to do it for free, and literally just search in website word count. You find out word counter here. You put in the URL and then hit count words. And it's not going to give you an exact amount, because you're going to have things like the title, you're going to have things like comments, all of that stuff, which is just going to throw it off a little bit. So we'll then go for 188. Just put this to one side, and then we'll copy this one. Copy that, paste that into here. That's 1098. They seem very short. Must be very. And then this one here, I suppose because it's just literally a list of names, so they don't actually have to be that long, do they? 1197. So then what I'll do is basically add these together like so. So we've got 3383, and then I would divide that by 3. So sum that, oops, equals sum that divided by 3 is that. So the average word count is 1127. So I won't put 1127. I'll probably go for something like that. So between 1000 and 1500 words, I think would be enough to cover that topic. Let's have a quick look if I've got Surfer SEO set up on here. I don't think I do. And I need to get the login details for that. So I'll sort that out. Because I'm using so many different Chrome accounts, it makes it tricky. But yeah, so there we go. So we've basically got the keyword difficulty, search volume, a rough idea of an article title, the topic that I want it to appear in, the average word count, links to the top 3 on there for that keyword, whether there's a feature snippet or not, and then these 2 we can do at a later date once we've actually got all this done and we're actually starting to create the content. We'll basically create a content brief, and then obviously once it's published, I'll just hit the publish. So yeah, we'll literally do that again. So we'll close this screen, close that one, close that one. So this one does have a featured snippet, so we'll tick that as a yes, like so. Not that one. No, not that one either. Oh my god. And what I'll do is I'll use the feature snippet one as the #1 site on my list. Interesting. So we'll just, that's because it's highlighting the part that's the featured snippet. So we'll just remove that, and then we'll copy this and we'll paste that in there. We'll paste that one in there, and then we'll paste this one in there. Cool. Right, so that's going to be it could go in 101 or it could go in diet. I mean, I'm going to stick to diet because it's obviously very food related. And then we'll look at the search. So can they eat grapes? Everyone's obviously saying can they eat grapes. Then we've got a serving side, a complete feeding guide, possible risks and serving sides. That one was literally just that. So yeah, that's fine. Let's go for can can guinea pigs eat grapes? And then we'll just put serving size and potential risks. We'll do that like that, and then we'll go updated. We might remove the updated, but I quite like doing that, to be honest, just because it's good to provide it. Actually, if there's, it's more for the buyer stuff. So I tend to put that for product reviews and XYZ kind of content, just because then it shows it's a bit more of an updated piece of content. So again, we're just going to find the word count. It's 1193. And this one. Two 163. And then finally 1647. 1647. Hey there, cruiser boarding. So do I use any tools like Surfer SEO to optimize my content with NLP? I do. I tend to write the content first. I obviously use Surfer or just going through the actual site to grab out all the subheadings and kind of get the content structured the way that I want it structured. I'll then either write the content myself, or I will 9 out of 10 times put it through Jarvis and kind of do that manually. So manually create the content through Jarvis, and then I'll put it through Surfer. So I'll publish it to the site. I'll then go through Surfer and look through that. But I'll connect Surfer through to Jarvis as well, so that as I'm actually writing the content, I can make sure that it's matching or getting as good a score as possible. And yeah, see how that goes, and then publish it. So I do tend to use Surfer quite a lot. I think I've used quite a lot of the tools that do a similar thing. So obviously Cora, Pop, Surfer, I think they're all really good and definitely add a lot of value to any site. So 1600 to 2000, give or take. We'll make that 1500 actually. Like so. Cool. So, I mean, what I would probably tend to do as well, in terms of Surfer, is that you could add in another column. So left, and then what I'd do is basically create a Surfer report based on an empty site. So I would just go do a keyword, a SERP analyzer, put the keyword in, run a site audit with a made up URL, and then get the report from there, and then paste a link to the report in here so I can keep track of that as well. Oh, scale note, I've not looked at that, but I'll have a look at that. It looks quite interesting. Yeah, Jarvis and Surfer are really good, really good combination. And with Jarvis just updating their price plan and how that works, it's definitely a lot more attainable for people that are creating their first site or creating a site on a budget. Is definitely a lot more price friendly and beginner friendly. There's the problem with some of these tools is they're just really expensive, so it can be really tough for somebody who's using their first site to be able to actually have a chance at using some of these tools. Now that's what I'll do is there's a new tool that I've started using fairly recently, which is free, and it's a really good way of structuring your site as well, and planning the structure of that site. So it's called Miro, and it's really good. Previous to this, I was using Funalytics, which was free as well. You can get a free account at Funalytics. I don't think I've got it on this browser. Funalytics login. I swear I can't remember my login details. Maybe this one. Could be this email. Yeah, well, I guess. So this is what I used previously. We'll use it for this site. That's fine. Oh, there we go. I've got them all here. So let's look for which one should we do? So this was for an older site. Close that. So this is basically what I did to kind of show the structure of a website. So you got your home page here, you've then got your topic pages, and then all of the individual ones as well. And then you'd potentially go deeper in this with supporting content. So this, for example, is a best XYZ post. So it'd be best recurve bows, best, you have all your best bows there, and then individual bow reviews, and then I'd probably have a best recurve bow for beginners, which would go there, best youth bow, which would go there, and all these would just link together as well internally to just help pass that link juice across. And then we've got like a 101 section here, and then an equipment section here, which again has all of the individual best XYZ kind of content. So this is what I used to use to kind of plan the structure. I've now started using Miro, which again is completely free. So I can't remember if I've signed. Which login details did I use? Let's just sign up again. Martin amninjas.com, and then we'll create a password like so and get started. Okay, so it's already registered, so that's handy. Now I know what email I've registered with. We'll save that. So we'll create a new board. Oh, okay, whatever. I don't know what I just pressed, but that's fine. So you've got all these different templates, but I'll just do it from blank, and you just literally add in a post-it note, and then we'll put in home page, and then we'll put in our subtopics. So we're going to have guinea pigs 101, and then we'll put in another one which is going to be guinea pigs diet. Then we'll get guinea pigs breeds, and then what was the final one? Buyer's guides. That's probably one that we really want. Buyer's guides, like so. So then we'll just pop these along here for the time being. These can all be moved, so it doesn't really matter too much. And then here's the home page. Let's get a link to that. Oops. Just going to link to that, and then we're going to link to that, and then we're going to link to there. So hopefully you can see what we're roughly doing here, just planning the structure out a little bit. And then what I'll do is go back here, and you can either use the article title or you can just use the keyword. Hopefully you know which it is, because I not necessarily want to use the entire article. So what we'll do is go here, and this under guinea pigs 101, we will create another one of these. So we'll just duplicate, and then we'll paste that in, but we'll remove the majority of that like that, so that will fall into there, and then that will just link to that one like so. And then we will get another piece of content. So can they eat grapes? And we will pop that under their diet. Duplicate. There goes the camera again. Oh, we're back again. Can they eat grapes? And then we'll link to that as well. And one of the reasons that I really like this tool is it just really helps to kind of separate the individual topics or the subtopics within it, so it can just be visually. I like that kind of structure because it kind of just helps my brain visually see how it would look. So do I write a big pillar article for each topic, for example guinea pigs diets? You can do. I mean, I tend to have like a, rather than having, I would probably look at these as more like categories. But rather than having a categories page, I would have it as a customized page that I've created myself. It'll have a little bit of an intro text potentially, and then it'll be there linking to all of the actual articles that fall under that category. Now, if it turns out that guinea pig diet is a really good keyword, I don't think I've actually got that in the keyword list, but if, say, this was potentially a good one to go for, then what I would do is, or if it's not, that's not too bad. So even what I'd do is actually go through the search results for that keyword, and if it warrants its own pillar page, then I'll have that as a pillar page, which then still links through to all of that other content that's related to the diet. And it's just a good way of kind of structuring it all. So yeah, it just depends, because some of it you won't, like guinea pigs 101. You wouldn't necessarily need a big article, because all of the content is going to be in those sub articles. So what I'd do is just kind of like have an introduction, and then maybe have a beginner's guide, so guinea pigs for beginners, and that would be the first piece of content that is shown in this category page, and then I'll have all of the other ones as well. And kind of structure them in a good way that it's easy for the user to navigate. But these really are mainly just for potentially building links into, and then that pushing that link juice down into all of the different pieces of content. So yeah, that's typically what I would do. And the same with the breeds. I might have a pillar article which kind of briefly describes each individual breed of guinea pig, and then under each like mini description of that breed, it will then link to the full description or the full article on that specific breed, potentially. But it just depends. Again, at this stage, it's just kind of roughly doing it based on how I would imagine a site to look. It all depends on what the competitors are doing. If they're not doing any of that, then I might not do. So do they eat celery? So what I'll do is let's start planning more of this out. So we'll copy this. Let's change the color of this actually, just so it's a different color blue, but still blue, and then we'll duplicate that and we'll put that in there. Yeah, that's fine. Sure, I'll figure that one out. And then we'll get this one. So typically I wouldn't do this until I've potentially got a lot more here, and I'd fill this all out. But it's quite nice to see this bit and how it comes together, and just get a bit of an idea on it all. So here we'll push that down. And another thing I like about this tool is that, like, when when we get to the actual content planning stage, so when I start planning content for each of these, you can just add a comment. So you can add a comment here, and then what I'd basically do is this will be where I'd list the secondary keywords. So all of the subheadings, keywords that I want to target in this piece of content, I can list them here. So I might say subheadings, and then I might put them in here. So 1, 2, 3, and then I might have secondary keyword list, and then 1, 2, 3, blah blah. Or I might, if there's a lot, I might actually have a link to a spreadsheet that I'll put in here. So that's typically what I'd do, and then we can just look at the comment there. So when I come to actually write this piece of content, I can look at the comment and see, oh, I need to make sure I add this subheading, or I need to make sure I add this subheading, or this is a particularly good image. Somebody might have here, I might have seen a competitor that's got a really good infographic, so I might just put a comment, link to an infographic, and then something like need to replicate. And then that way I can just, when I come to write this piece of content, got a link to the actual infographic that I found really interesting, and then I know that I just need to replicate that or make it better. And it's just a really good way of not missing stuff that you might have potentially missed before. So you've got the featured snippet column. Do you have any tricks to steal these featured snippets? Not really, to be honest. No specific tricks. The main one is just literally seeing what they're doing and replicating that as much as possible. So you can clearly see they've got this featured snippet because it's going to be the main keyword there is in AH2, and then they literally answer it straight away. So there's no waffle. A lot of the time I think it comes down to luck, but that tends to be how I get feature snippets, is I just see exactly how they're doing it and how they're structuring it and do the same. Interestingly enough, this one has got the featured snippet on a generic article of what's unsafe, rather than it being specifically targeted at celery. So if I wanted this featured snippet, I would basically do the same thing. I would create an article on basically what they can't eat and list them all exactly as they have done here. But I would probably do more in the terms of I'd add in a table of contents. I would potentially so you see they've obviously got it because they put can eat celery here, so they've got the question and they've answered it straight away. I'd probably just change that to guinea pigs as well, just to get the main keyword in there as well. But yeah, that's typically what I'd do, just see what competitors are doing and replicate it, kind of thing, rather than trying to, I'd still have an article on can guinea pigs eat celery potentially, but I would have both, and then I'd potentially also link to the full celery article under here as well, and under all of them. Yeah, because most of the articles, to be fair, that are ranking are can they eat celery. So if all of these articles that were ranking for that keyword were more like this article where it just listed all of the different things that they can and can't eat, then I wouldn't create a dedicated article myself about celery. I just will because everybody else is, and that's obviously the search intent. Can they use strawberries? Did I do that one? Yep, I did that one. Can they eat bananas? Copy that and duplicate that one and we'll paste that in there, and then again we will link to that. So you can see that eventually you'll have quite a lot here and quite a lot under each of these, and doing it this way just helps you, like I say, make sure you get your content in the right place. When you typically have a bigger site, it can get messy really quickly. I've had sites that are incredibly messy, and it's just a nightmare to keep on top of it. So it's a good way of keeping it in some kind of order. So we'll link to that, and then again we'll change this color so it's a little bit of a slightly just for the way it looks, but that's fine. So there we go. Cool. I think we'll call that a day, to be honest. It's been a good hour, and I don't want to replicate too much and just constantly keep going backwards and forwards and boring people. So yeah, we'll leave that one. But I'm going to be back on, I think YouTube's just kicked me off anyway because it's gone more than an hour probably. Typical, I don't know why. But yeah, I'm going to be back on Wednesday to do another stream, and we'll carry on where we left off. I'm going to try and fill some of this data out in the meantime, just so that we can move on to the next step a little bit quicker. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Cruiser Boarding, great to have you here asking questions. Really appreciate it. And yeah, have a good day yourself, and see you all soon.